Today I want to talk to you about two important nadis. You're already familiar with the word nada. Nada is the vibration that travels through the entire universe, and nadis are the pathways through which this vibration is conducted, giving rise to the production of prana or life force energy. If you look at an organism that is very basic, like a bacterial cell, and you'll see that they don't have, if you can see energy like I can, then you will see that they don't have lines and pathways through which energy flows. It just jumps from one place to the other how it has to, as it needs to. But in us human beings, we do have certain flows, certain pathways through which the energy flows inside our body, and these are called nadis. The Chinese call them meridians, and this is nothing new. This concept has been around for thousands of years. First, I'm going to tell you about the PITRU nadi, or the father nadi. Now, the father nadi is meant to protect us from all kinds of attacks. It can be attacks by microorganisms, it can be attacks by food that we are not evolved to eat, it can be attacks by somebody being hostile to you. So there are many ways, emotionally and physically, we can get attacked by radiation, we can get attacked by all sorts of things. Now the PITRU nadi's job is to close down everything else in the body and make the defense for that attack. So the defense can be you getting into a fight mode where you want to fight the person, or you wanting to run away, or in whatever way the PITRU nadi encourages you to protect yourself. This is a good thing, of course, if you are actually under attack. But right now we eat more than 20,000 food items that we have not evolved to eat. So, starting from sugar and a whole lot of things, our body and our bacteria, our gut flora and our other microbial garden around our body has not evolved to consume most of the foods that we eat. So, the PITRU nadi is already on overdrive from your food. But we can't stop eating all of the food that we eat. We need to make sure that the PITRU nadi is not going into overdrive, and then we can derive whatever nutrition we can from those foods. Everyone's PITRU nadi is on overdrive because of food, but it's also on overdrive because of hostile environments. Every time the people you live with, whether it's your parents or your spouse or your child or anyone, every time they make a face, you go into overdrive. Every time they make a disapproving face looking at you, and then you're go into overdrive. Words of people can stay in your brain and keep driving it into overdrive. The PITRU nadi it's the one that holds on. It doesn't let go of things because it feels that it's protecting you. You may know consciously that you don't want to have these thoughts, but these thoughts are still attacking you. They keep going on in your mind and you keep reacting to it. The PITRU nadi is mad that way. It's gone into overdrive. We have nobody to blame but ourselves, and the way that we live right now, it is stressful. And this stress is driving your PITRU nadi into overdrive. How to fix this thing? That's what I'm interested in. You can't change the environment around you. We have to adapt. And we as human beings are known for our ability to adapt, and yoga is the biggest adapting ability. Now, the other nadi I want to talk to you about is the MATRU nadi, or the mother nadi, and this is very important. It's the one that nourishes us. Now, she is not always a nadi. She can also kind of radiate energy to any part of your body and nourish it. So it's very important to know the location and the direction of the nadi. But remember, the MATRU nadi is not so focused like PITRU Nadi. Even though there is an energy path in which she flows, the prana from it spreads everywhere in your body. Okay, so I want to teach you the location of these two nadis, how they are in the body, and then I'll teach you how to calm the PITRU Nadi, and then you can learn how to be relaxed finally in your life, and how to increase the flow in the MATRU Nadi so that you can get nourished back. This will cure a whole lot of diseases, a whole lot. Everything that we now suffer from as human beings is mostly stress. I'm going to close this video by showing you the locations. This is the starting point, your ring finger. The tip of your ring finger is the starting point of the PITRU Nadi. And it runs like this. It goes all the way down here. It comes up over the inside. So it goes here and then comes up over the shoulder, goes behind the ear, and ends up in your eye. It also ends up, it's also the same on this side. It begins here. Remember, this is the starting point and this is the end point. So it begins here. It ends actually in the brain behind the eye. So it's going this way, comes all the way here, goes over the ear and ends here. And that's when it gets activated. If the energy is flowing this way, it gets activated. If the energy is flowing outwards, reverse from the end point to the start point, then you calm down. Now I'm going to show you the MATRU Nadi. And the MATRU Nadi starts from your big toe, goes all the way like this, along the shin, along the inner thigh, and comes up your hip, goes all the way to your armpit, and then comes back down into your rib cage here on both sides. So it starts from your big toe, goes all the way on the inside of the foot, comes up your hip bone, goes all the way into your armpit, turns around and comes back down to your lowest rib. So that's the MATRU Nadi. When the energy flows one way, from starting point to end point, it's nourishing the Nadi. And when it flows the other way, from here, if it flows out, then you're losing energy. Now for both the MATRU and the PITRU Nadis, the deal is this. If the energy is flowing from the ending point to the starting point, it's going to get depleted. And if it's flowing from the starting point to the ending point, it's going to increase. Now, both these nadis are also connected to each other. So when there is a decrease in the PITRU Nadi, there is automatically an increase in the MATRU Nadi. Less of those spikes and reactions and violence, and more of the calm, enthusiasm, happiness, those kind of feelings. Now I'm going to teach you how to control the energy in these nadis.